You got me? All right. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to John Andretti Field here on the campus of Kiski. Today's action will have Kiski baseball against visiting Leechburg. Leechburg local team from about 15 minutes down the road, and they come in for today's action. Kiski will be wearing their home black uniforms, and Leechburg will be in blue tops with gray pants. Kiski's in their black tops with gray pants. We'll be getting started here shortly. Good afternoon, everybody. Today's lineups for Leechburg: leading off, playing shortstop, number 3, Chase Henry. Batting second, playing catcher, number 10, Rocco Vigna. Batting third, the third baseman, number 19, Mason Bertino. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 15, Jaden Floyd. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 32, Jake Cummings. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 37, Garrett Jones. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 25, Logan Tyriak. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 13, Jackson Vargo. Batting ninth will be the DH, number 12, Cam Scheimer. Playing right field for Leechburg will be number 18, Brady Rollinger. Leechburg is coached by Heath Scheimer. Now for the home Kiski Cougars. Leading off and catching, number 13, Tyler Hahn. Batting second, pitcher, number 16, Cy Zufall. Batting third and playing third base, number 9, Owen Sinclair. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 11, Fielding Strauss. Batting fifth, center fielder, number 6, Brandon Abreu. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 8, Wade Collins. Batting seventh, number 3, left fielder, Logan Gates. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 2, Parker Hanna. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 17, Ben Dunkelberger. Cougars are managed by Coach Ross, assisted by Coach Zufall and Coach Hahn. We could please all rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. We'll have the playing of the national anthem. right. Yeah, you can take that over there. That's fine. Yep, you could, either one. They're both the same. I got one written down here, so if you want first names, this one has it on it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Do you want me to switch sides with you? That's just a pencil. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to John D. Andrini Field here on the campus of Kiski. Cougars are in action. This is only what, the fourth game for the Cougars this year? It's been a rainy spring, and haven't had a lot of game action for the Cougars. Unfortunately, every time we've had a game, it's rained, and we've been postponed. Got a lot of makeup dates coming up, Max. You know that. Got a lot of makeup dates coming up for baseball. You know that. Looks like Cy Zufall, he's going to take the mound and get his warm-ups in. Cy did pitch a nice game. Where was that out? Out down at Lindsley. Cy pitched against Lindsley. Cougars fell 3-2 in a close contest. Um, Beautiful afternoon today. Sun is out, Braden. Braden McNeely on the camera again. You about winding down your camera work for us, aren't you, Braden? You're about winding down your camera work for us, aren't you? Last month, you got about a month to go before graduation. But I see you got young Max here learning the ropes. You're a freshman, Max. So, yeah, see, that's good, Braden. We don't know what we're going to do, Mr. Clark once Braden leaves. He has bailed me out at least 6 times this year because I don't know how to set up any of this stuff. He is a tech genius. And I give Braden a call, and he comes up and pushes like 2 buttons, and it's all fixed. I just don't know what 2 buttons he pushes, and then I can never do it the next time. Carpenter bees are making their presence known already. That is that's a hallmark of the Kiski Stadium. The Carpenter bees like to hang out, big fat ones. What's so special this weekend that they got the smoker going? Or is that for tonight? Oh, I can smell the smoke going. Just wondering if they're making anything good. Oh, you making s'mores? How about that? All right. Okay, warm up tosses are completed. Looks like we're going to get some action going here. No, Chase Henry. First name's in blue, last name's in pencil. Ball high on the first pitch of the game. That'll make the count 1-0. Chase Henry leading off for Leechburg. Zufall with the pitch. Up and in again. And sends Henry to the dirt. He's going to dust himself off, get a little time, reset. 2-0 on the count. 2 fastballs up and in. Ground ball to second baseman. Hannah, not in time. Had trouble fielding it cleanly. And that little bobble lets Henry reach first base on an error by the second baseman. Guy on first, Rocco Vigna, now batting for Leechburg. He will be doing the catching today. Number 10 stands front of the box, and he's tight to the plate. Squaring the bunt. Let's see if they have a play on. Zufall just going to step off. Big lead by Henry over at first. There's the pitch. Squared around. Throw down to second, not in time. And Henry, with the stolen base, puts Leechburg with the runner in scoring position. Ball on the pitch, so it's a 1-0 count. It was a ball. Strike right down the middle. Fastball from Zufall evens the count, 1-1. 1-1 from Zufall. Swung on. Foul ball. Foul ball. Maybe it wasn't a foul ball. They're not sending him back. Not a foul ball. Could have swore he said foul. 1-2 on the count. Man on third. No out. Now Vigna goes deep into the box. Does get a little piece of that one. Stays alive with the count being 1-2. Zufall working from the stretch. Gets his signs from Hahn. Blows a fastball up in the zone right by Vigna for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Mason Bertino, third baseman for Leechburg. He'll wear number 19 today. Leechburg still has a guy at third, 1 out. Zufall working from the stretch. They got some big boys. A little high. Right at the top of the zone, but umpire called it high. 1-0 on the count. Looked pretty good to me. Fast, well, it looked like a little bit off speed maybe down the bottom part of the zone. Evens up the count at ones. 1-1, 1 out. Henry, leadoff guy, standing at third. High fly ball, sending the right fielder Dunkelberger back to the corner, and he drops it. Rolls foul territory, and Bertino's going to trot around the third base on that error. And Leechburg takes a 1-0 lead. Cougars should be out of the inning. 2 errors kind of hurt. Jaden Floyd, center fielder for Leechburg, up to bat, number 15. So Bertino is at third, still 1 out in the inning. Zufall is going to work from the stretch. Ball high, 1-0 on the count. Still a little high, 2-0 on the count. Two 0 pitch swung on, swung right through it. 2-1 now with the count. Sufal getting himself back into this. Another fastball down the middle, swung through, and evens the count at 2s. 1 out, 2-2 on the count. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through into center field and drive in another Leechburg run, making the score 2-0. Leechburg. So RBI single by Floyd gives Leechburg a 2-0 lead. Now batting number 32, left fielder Jake Cummings, left-handed hitter, and he stands at the front of the box also. Modest lead over at first. Pop foul. Good hustle by Sinclair. Just couldn't get there. But that'll count as a strike. 0-1 on the count. Third baseman Sinclair in on the grass. Now he backs up, still in on the grass. Holding it first. Ball down. It's 1-1. Didn't look like the bunt was on anymore. Might have took that play off there, Max. What do you think? Think so? Yeah, he moved back in the box. See how he moved back in the box? They're not bunting anymore. Zufall down and in again, and it's 2-1. No, he danced his feet out of the way a little bit. 2-1. Zufall still working from the stretch. Collins holding Floyd on over. No, that's Floyd over at first base. He's getting a little bigger lead now. There's a swing right back to Zufall. Throws it into center field, and the errors just keep happening for the Cougars. That's the third error of the inning. Puts runners at first and second for the Blue Devils. And that brings up number 37, the pitcher, Garrett Jones. Only 1 out. No out there. Nope. Just 1 out. So 1 out. Guys on first and second. Not holding the runner at first. Swings through a high fastball. Counts 0-1. Jones, another big boy. Swings through another fastball. Zufall heading to count 0-2. 1 out. Top of the first inning. See if the Cougars can settle down and make some defensive plays and get themselves out of this. They have not done so far this inning. Fouled back behind the screen. Keeps the count at 0-2. Fall shaking off the catcher. Doesn't like those signs. Now he's got his pitch. Brings an off speed and he freezes Jones for strike 3. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And now that brings up Logan Tyrak. Tyriak is what he said. Number 25, he's going to be the first baseman today. Strike right down Broadway. Zufall starts out strike 1 on Tyriak. Guys on first and second, 2 out. Zufall still working from the stretch. Brings another one. Heading to count 0-2 now. Seems like Zufall settled down. He's hitting his zone. Now let's see if the defense can settle down and make some plays. Doesn't like the signs he's getting going through them again. Taking a long time. Finally gets on the same page with his catcher. And Tyriak calls time and steps out of the box. Back in. See if they can get their sign straight this time. He looks like he's got it. Here's the delivery. Swings at a high fastball. And that's strike 3. And that'll be the third out of the inning. But not before Leechburg brings across 2 runs. Only 1 hit and 3 errors. Errors did not help us in that inning, Max. Not at all. So Leechburg scores 2 in the top of the first. Cougars will be up to bat right after this timeout. Come on back after a little bit of a break. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Cougars will be catcher number 13, Tyler Hahn. See if the Cougars can get a little something going here. Dig themselves out of this 2-0 hole.
First up to bat, number 13, Tyler Hahn.
Slow off-speed pitch from Jones to start the game in the dirt. That'll be 1-0 on the count. Working from the stretch. No windup from the Leechburg pitcher. Pitch down the middle, and looks like it's going to be a ground ball through the 5-6 hole in the left field for a solid single for Tyler Hahn. It's a good start for the Cougars. And that'll bring up number 16, Cy Zufall.
Number 16, Cy Zufall.
If y'all can hear my PA announcer here, Mr. Max Provost, he's on it today. It's your first game working with. It's his first game working. This is the second time you've done this. So you did the Western Reserve game also?
Yeah.
All right. I was not here for Western Reserve. We were in Georgia. Yeah, we were in Georgia at that time. Stuck in Atlanta traffic. That was so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. You know all about that Atlanta traffic, Mr. Clark. You spent years down there. I don't know how you did that. I spent 3 hours there, and I don't ever want to go back to Atlanta. I'm telling you, it was awful. Wrecks everywhere. Ball down. Sioux Fall working a count to 2-0. Hahn takes his lead. Zufall took that pitch, and it's now 2-1. Low in the zone, but caught the knee, says the umpire, and it's 2-2. Ball high, off speed. Now count is full. On goes. Sioux Falls swings through it. Runner is out. They call an interference on the batter. They're going to call the runner out on interference by the batter, Zufall. As he swung, he came into the throwing lane of the catcher, which is interference, and that would be the correct call if it was deemed interference. But, I mean, not much you can argue there. So 2 out now for the Cougars, nobody out.
Number 9, Owen Sinclair.
And that'll bring up number 9, third baseman, Owen Sinclair. Ball low. Fouled back by Sinclair, and the count is now 1-1. That's a ball. Is it 3-1? 3-1? I missed the pitch somewhere. Sinclair sends a high fly into left field. Left fielder's under it, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. The Cougars, after a leadoff single from Hahn, go down without scoring any runs. And we'll be back for the second inning right after this short break. What are you playing for? What are you playing for music here, Max? What's the song? You're the DJ. You can't even tell me the song. What is it called? Broken Clocks. Who sings that? Who? SZA? Is that what he said? SZA? Who's that? Oh, I'm guessing that's not her real name. Oh, okay. Stage name is SZA. Okay. Coach Chalupka's learning something new every day.
And next up to bat, number 13, Jackson Vargo.
So welcome back for the top of the second inning. Right, our second baseman, number 13, Jackson Vargo, will lead off the inning for the Blue Devils. Swings at the first pitch, sends it out of play on the right side. And Zufall will be ahead in the count, 0-1. Zufall working from the windup. Sends that one high, sails over everybody. Oh, who's the ball boy? He's hustling. You see him? Who is it? Oh, Mr. Serban's boy. Ah, he was hustling. He got nice pants on. He's got his helmet on. Ground ball to second baseman Parker Hanna. Gets it over to Wade Collins. And that'll be the first out of the inning. All right, Cougars made a defensive play. That's the first out we've made without it being a strikeout. It's hard when you have to get all your outs via the strikeout, you know. If you have to strike out everybody to get an out, that's hard. It's hard game. Zufall starts Scheimer out with strike one. Scheimer's DH for the Blue Devils, number 12. He sends a soft ground ball to second baseman Hanna, and he makes another nice play. And Cougars have two quick outs to start the second inning.
And next up to bat, number 3, Chase Henry.
Brings it back to the top of the order. Shortstop Chase Henry. Zufall from the windup. Low and inside. Ball one. Another ground ball to Fielding Strauss at shortstop. Ooh, oh. Henry hustled it out, and he was called safe. It was a close play there, bang, bang. We didn't have a whole lot of urgency in the field of getting that ball. I don't know. I actually think it was safe.
And next up to bat, number 10, Rocco Vigna.
So brings up catcher number 10, Rocco Vigna. It's a pop fly straight behind. It's going to go out of play over the screen, and it's 0-1 on the count. Henry gets a nice sized lead over there at first. Big secondary lead, and another slow line drive to Fielding Strauss at shortstop. He gets it over to first for the third out of the inning. That'll be the end of the top of the second. Blue Devils didn't have any runs there. Did get one hit. Good hustle by Chase Henry to beat out an infield single. But that's all they could muster there in the top of the second. And the score remains 2-0. And the Cougars will be up to bat right after this short break. We're back here at John D. Andrini Field, getting ready for the bottom of the second. Cougars trailing 2-0. Due up for the Cougars this inning will be Strauss, Abreu, and Collins. If anybody gets on base, Logan Gates will follow that.
And first up to bat,
See if the
number 11,
Cougars can get
Strauss.
anything started here. Get back into this game. Number 11, Fielding Strauss, shortstop. Is going to lead it off. It's going to take strike one. Nice pitch from Jones. Still working out of the stretch though. No windup for Jones. Off speed down. And he'll even the count 1-1. Ball up. 2-1 on the count. See if we can get some base runners here. Another ball up. Counts 3-1. Strauss working ahead getting ahead in the count here. Let's see if he gets something nice to hit. It's a hitter's count right here. That's what they call a hitter's count. 3-1, huh? And that ball's high. Strauss is going to work the leadoff walk for the second straight inning. The Cougars have the leadoff guy on. Let's see if they can do something with it.
And next up to bat, number 6, Brandon Abreu.
Center fielder Brandon Abreu, number 6 up to bat now. Brandon's been with the team for 4 years. Oh, he's a 4-year freak, I'm getting told. Ball up. Throwback gets past the pitcher, but second baseman was there to back it up. 1-0. Jones struggling to find a zone here in the second inning. There, he gets one in there. Evens count 1-1. See if Abreu can advance the runner here. That's another strike. That was a nice pitch. 1-2 on the count. That's strike 3. Abreu got caught looking. So Strauss still at first base.
And next up to bat, number 8, Wade Collins.
First baseman Wade Collins will step into the box. Wade's second year here at Kiski. Swings and fouls it straight back to the screen. 0-1 on the count. Wade's from State College, so he's not local, but he's pretty local. He's about as local as it gets for Kiski, huh? Ooh, catches the outside corner on the bottom of the zone, and it's now 0-2 on Collins. Jones, after that leadoff walk, has settled down. Throws over to first. Strauss back easily. Still 0-2 on the count. 1 out. Collins swings through a low pitch. And now that's 2 out in the inning. Cougars have not been able to advance Strauss from first after the leadoff walk.
And up next, number 3,
Now,
Logan Gates.
left fielder number 3, Logan Gates, steps in. Left-handed hitter. Takes ball low. 1-0 on the count. Right fielder's playing a little shallow out there. Ground ball straight to the shortstop, and he's going to brace over to second and get the out unassisted at second base. And that'll be the third out of the inning. Leadoff walk for the Cougars, but nothing after that. They strand a runner, and after two, Cougars are trailing by two to nothing against the Leechburg Blue Devils. And we'll be back for the top of the third right after this short break. Here we are for the start of the third inning. Third baseman Mason Bartino leads off for Leechburg. Takes ball one low. Zufall still on the mound for the Cougars. Settled down in that second inning. 2-0 on the count. Strike. Bertino hit a high fly ball to the right fielder. His first time up was misplayed into a three-base error. It's a ground ball to first baseman Wade Collins. Makes an easy play, unassisted out. One out for the Cougars to start the top of the third. Jaden Floyd, center fielder for Leechburg, now takes his turn in the box. Zufall is going to continue to work from the windup. Strike right at the bottom of the zone. He's really nice and controlled and compact. He doesn't have a lot of excess movement in his motion here, Cy. See how he keeps his hands nice and tight. He's not all over the place with his hands and everything. He's pretty sound, fundamentally sound on the mound here. Line drive to the right fielder, Dunkelberger, and he's there to make the catch. Ball was hit really hard there, but it was right at Dunkelberger. Took a couple steps in, made an easy catch. 2 outs in the inning. Now number 32, Jake Cummings, will step into the box. Left-handed hitter playing left field. Goes back up the middle. He went up the middle the first time up. He went up the middle this time up. 2 hits right up the middle for Jake Cummings on the day.
Next up, number 37, Garrett Jones.
Pitcher Garrett Jones will be up to bat. Cummings wasn't messing around. He was looking for that first pitch, and he took it, huh? Zufall is going to work out a stretch. Cummings looks like he's getting a pretty nice lead over there. See if he's going. He's creeping. Zufall throws it away, and that's going to be out of play. It's out of play. Oh, you only get one on the overthrow from the base you were at. Error by the pitcher on the pickoff throw. 4th of the day for the Cougars. Lets Cummings advance to second base. Ball up. Ball up. Now it's 1-0 on the count. Still up in the zone. Now the count is 2-0. Zufall working from the stretch. See if he can settle down and get out of this. Strike right down the middle. Nice pitch by Zufall. Working himself back into the count. 2-1, 2 out. 2-0 lead for Leechburg. They got a runner in scoring position. Fly ball right at Dunkelberger. He's camped under it. Makes the easy catch for the 3rd out of the inning, and Zufall does get out of that little bit of trouble. Blue Devils had 1 hit in the inning. Runner was stranded at second. And now we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Cougars trailing 2-0. We'll be back right after this short break. We're back here at John D. Andreani Field for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Number 2, Parker Hanna, leading off for the Cougars, playing second base. What's Parker, sophomore? Parker, 10th grader, first year here at Kiski. He's a dauber. He's in my dorm. He's a dauber. That's what we call the daub people, daubers. Nope, I don't know what they call them. 1-1 on the count to Hanna. And that ball's high. 2-1 on the count. Parker's, I think, a local boy too, isn't he? Ligonier? Yeah, Parker's a local Ligonier guy. Actually, most of our team is kind of local. Ooh, right at the knees for a strike, and that evens the count at 2-2. Breaking ball catches him on the elbow, and Hanna is going to work a hit by pitch. And the Cougars have the leadoff guy on for the third straight inning. Let's see if they could do something with it. Hanna looked like that might have stung him in the funny bone. He didn't think it was too funny, but it would hit him right in the funny bone. What do you think, Mr. Clark? You ever get hit in the funny bone? Not real funny, is it? Yeah, I don't think it's funny. Ben Dunkelberger steps into the box, playing right field, number 17. Had a couple nice catches there in the top of the inning. Squares around the bunt, straight up over the catcher's head. That'll be 0-1 on the count. Looked like they had a little play on, trying to get that runner into scoring position. Let's see if Dunkelberger can. They call him Batman. Is that what they call him? What do they call him Batman for? Because he has. Oh, I see. His cleats have Batman on them, so he call him Batman. I thought maybe it's because he was a big time hitter. Batman. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Let's see if. Ooh, squared around. Did he pull back? Pulled back. 1-1 on the count. Hannah. Well, there's the bunt. Nice bunt by Dunkelberger. He does successfully complete that sacrifice and advance Hannah to second base, giving the Cougars their first runner in scoring position for the game. And we're just in time because here comes the top of the lineup. He's yelling over top of me. We'll have a yelling contest now. You keep doing your job. You're doing a good job there, Max. Tyler Hahn, leadoff hitter for the Cougars, is up. Oh, wild pitch. Gets past the catcher, and that puts Parker Hanna 90 feet away with less than 2 outs. So just need a sac fly or a ground ball. They're playing infield back, ground ball, score them. There's a fly ball, deep drive into the gap. That looks like it's going to split the outfielders. Long drive. He trips around in first base, but Hannah's going to, Hahn, he's trucking. Nice hit by Tyler Hahn. Tyler Hahn split the outfielders in the left center gap for an easy triple. He even bit the dust turn on first base there. That ball was juiced. Good drive by Hahn, and it puts the Cougars on the board, cutting the lead to 2-1 now. Zufall up, still only 1 out, and a runner 90 feet away with less than 2 outs. Another situation. Let's get a fly ball, sac fly will work. Infield's playing deep. Ground ball looks like it would score a runner. We just got to put the ball in play right here. 0-1 on the count. He looked like he went, and he did. It was a strike. He called it a strike. 0-2. I think he called it on a foul tip even, because he gave the motion as a foul tip. 0-2 on the count. Ball in the dirt. And Hahn is going to come home on the pass ball, or wild pitch it would be. And that evens the score at 2. Cougars right back in the game. So now Zufall steps in 1-2 on the count. Base is empty. But the Cougars, nice job at this inning getting 2 runners across to even the score. Let's see if we can add on some more. Ground ball straight to the shortstop. Eats him up a little bit. He tried to side play that and took a bad bounce, little hop and size on first base. We're going to have a courtesy runner. Zufall's the pitcher, so we can have a courtesy runner for him. Looks like number 15. Who's that?
Next to bat, number 9, Owen St. Clair.
It says here he's supposed to be number 22. How does he have 15 on? So 15, Justin Urban will pinch run for Zufall. And Owen Sinclair, big, we call him Quadzilla. Look at them big old quads he's got. We call Owen Sinclair's quads. Boy, man, that Carpenter bee just whacked the heck out of me. And there's a drive right at center fielder. Floyd makes a nice running catch. Good drive by Sinclair, but Floyd covered a lot of ground into that gap and ran that ball down. That's a big play by Floyd. That ball gets by him. That's at least a run.
And next up to bat, number 11, Fielding.
2 out now for the Cougars. And shortstop number 11, Fielding Strauss, up to bat. Drew a walk first time up. And he takes ball 1 low to start this at bat. That kid played a nice center field last year. I remember him, Floyd. That's a strike. Evens the count. 1-1. That Carpenter would be, he dive bombed right on the top of my head. I mean, he hit hard. Did you hear him? I mean, wham! 2-1 on the count. I'm telling you, he wanted to do something. I think he wanted to fight me. I thought it was Bumblebee from the Transformers. Fouled back from Strauss. Maybe he thought I was a Decepticon or something. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about him. Is Bumblebee a good Transformer or a bad? Okay, so I was right. Okay. Ooh, dive back to the bag by Urban. He's in safely. Gets up, dusts himself off. Justin Urban, one of my favorite Point Street Tavern workers. He's serving up dishes on Friday night down there in Point Street. He says he makes all his dishes with love. There's a strike 3 call on Fielding Strauss. Slow breaker catches the zone, and Jones is able to work himself out of that inning, but not before the Cougars are able to scratch across 2 runs and even this game at 2-2 heading into the 4th inning. And we'll be right back after this short break. didn't even have the mic on that whole time. I've been talking the whole time without the mic on. Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you didn't hear me, I was technical difficulties, meaning I just didn't turn on the mic. I was neglecting turning on the mic. It's technical for me. But here we are, top of the fourth. It's 2-2, 2-2 on the count. Foul ball by Henry. Blue Devils have runners in scoring position at second and third. Tyriak's on third. He was put on by hit by pitch. Vargo worked a walk. And then Zufall was able to get strikeout of Scheimer to have the out. A wild pitch advanced the runners, get them to second and third. And Henry's up at the plate right now. Leadoff guy for the Blue Devils with a 2-2 count. There's the pitch. Ooh, foul. Oh, he foul tipped it. I don't know what he was counting here. He called the batter out. The batter was out. Runner advanced on the passed ball. Run counts. It's 3-2. Leechburg. He messed that call up. Totally messed that call up. He didn't make the right call. Cougars benefited from the out call, but that was not the right call. I'll explain after the inning. It's pretty. What he said was because he turned around and he walked out of the batter's box to put another ball to the backstop is going to score another run for the Blue Devils. And now it's 4-2 Leechburg, and the count is 2-0 on the batter Vigna, catcher for Leechburg. So when it was strike three, and he stepped out of the box to put the bat down, he stepped back towards the dugout, and the guy called him out. But that's not the rule. He has to get the whole way out of play before he's technically out. Like there is no base, like on a pass ball third strike, there is no baseline. I can actually walk almost the whole way to the dugout, but as long as I don't step out of play, then I can go to first base. And if I get there before they throw the ball down there and tag the base, I'm still safe. And that's what happened there. But he called him out, saying that he gave himself up by stepping towards the dugout. But I think he made the wrong call. Just in, just in my opinion. I don't know what that discussion was about, but it's 3-0. Now it's ball four. Vigna works a walk, and that'll bring up third baseman Mason Bertino. And the Cougars are going to have a timeout. So Bertino up, 2 out in the inning. And there's a strike 1. Ball down, gets behind the catcher again. And the pass balls and wild pitches are really starting to hurt the Cougars here. A lot of advancements. No hits for the Blue Devils this inning, and they have 2 runs. That's not a good sign. 1-1 with the count. Ball up. 2-1. Yeah. hmm It was. 3-1 on the count. Sioux Falls tiring. Struggling to throw strikes right now, and it looks like he's getting a little tired. That ball's outside. So Bertino works another walk. This is the 4th base runner for Leechburg in the inning without any hits.
Next up to bat, number 15, Jaden Floyd.
Center fielder Jaden Floyd, number 15. Now stepping to the plate. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Cougars need a out here and get out of this inning, get back into the bat. Zufall. Ball in the dirt, and that's going to advance the runners. It looks like, and he's coming. Nobody's covering. He's in. Ooh. He's out. So play at the plate. Rocco Vigna tried to slide headfirst into the plate, right into the shin of the catcher, making a tag. And he was out. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And Cougars will be coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th, trailing 4-2. Leechburg scratched across 2 runs in the top of the 4th on 4 walks and a lot of pass balls, advancing runners. And we'll be back right after this short break. So here we are back at John D. Andrini Field for the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading off for the Cougars is number 6, center fielder Brandon Abreu. The Cougars are trailing 4-2. See if we can get 2 runs again. We were down 2-0, then we tied it up 2-2. Now Leechburg scored 2 in the top of the fourth. Ball up. Start to that bat for Abreu, and it's a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes. Jones continues to work from the stretch. Abreu sends a high fly ball. It'll be way foul down the left field line. It'll be a 1-1 count. Our little bat boy is on it. I like it. He's all sharp with his uniform. So Abreu digs back in, 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Jones down the middle for strike 2. Might have hit the inside corner. Looked like Abreu backed out of the way, had a little break to it. Caught him on the inside corner, 1-2. Ball in the dirt. Now it's 2-2. Went with the off speed again. Jones looks, for as big as he is, looks like more of an off speed pitcher than a power pitcher. Doesn't make any sense to me, huh? I guess some people just don't have it as far as the speed. Tried to go up top with a fastball, and Abreu laid off, and it's full count. I can't throw very hard either. I'm a big boy, and I can't throw hard. I can't even make it from pitcher's mound to the dirt of the pitcher's mound. I thought Brandon was going to hit it. Full count to the leadoff hitter of the inning, Brandon Abreu, center fielder of the Cougars. There's a ball high, and the Cougars once again, 4 innings in a row. Every inning they've had the leadoff guy on. Let's see if we can work some magic here and bring across some runs.
And up next, number 8, Wade Collins.
Wade Collins, first baseman, number 8, standing in the front of the box. Looked like he wanted to square around a bunt, but he pulled it back. Takes it for a ball, and it's 1-0 on the count. Abreu gets a modest lead, not real big. Now he gets a bigger lead. Collins missed on the bunt attempt, and it is 1-1. Outfield playing decent depth in left and center, a little bit shallow in right. See if Wade can go the other way. Swings over the top of a breaking ball. Makes the count 1-2. Time. We got time called by Leechburg, and he's going to go out and have a mound visit. 1-2 on the count. Might have saw something. Had to have saw something in the swing of somebody that he wants to. Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody out there in live stream land, I call it. We thank you for joining us. Beautiful afternoon here in Salzburg, PA. Jones with the pitch high. Abreu's on the run. He gets to second base on the steal. Throw goes into center field, but backed up nicely by center fielder Floyd out there. Floyd's a pretty good ball player. I do remember him a lot from last year. He was a good ball player. Yeah. High fly ball twisting down the first base line, and that'll work itself out of play. And it's going to be 2-2. still 2-2 on the count. So Collins has Abreu in scoring position. Ball inside, and he works the count full. Cougars making Jones work a little bit the past 2 innings. From the stretch. Line drive up the middle. Let's see if they send him. No, he's going to hold Abreu, and there's a nice throw by Floyd. That's a wise decision. But Collins does a good job of advancing the second because the throw was over the cutoff man. Nice throw by Floyd. He would have definitely been out at home. Again, Floyd, he's a good ball player out there. That kid's a good ball player.
Number 3, Logan Gay.
But the Cougars, first 2 guys on, nice, solid line drive single by Wade Collins. Advances the second on the throw home, and the Cougars have 2 in scoring position for Logan Gates. Number 3, left fielder, and he takes high for ball 1. Big lead by Abreu down here at third. Ball high again, just above the letters. It was definitely high. 2-0. See if Gates gets anything to hit here. Ground ball to the pitcher. Oh, had him. Oh, Jones snagged a sharp comebacker from Gates. Checked the runners. They could not advance. Spun and got the out at first. So 1 out. Still guys at second and third. And now we got Parker Hanna, second baseman. Takes strike 1 on the first pitch of the at bat. Parker was hit by a pitch his first time up. Swings, high chopper. It's going to get through enough to get an infield single and score a run. High chopper by Hanna. Just enough to get the run in and get an infield single. Slow chopper. Use your wheels. If you can't hit it far, hit it where they're not, right, Mr. Clark? Always. So this brings up right fielder number 17, Ben Dunkelberger. 1 out for the Cougars. Guys on the corners. Collins at third. Hanna at first. 4-3. Cougars trailing by a run. Bottom of the third. Jones steps off. Everybody's just going to get back to the bases. Dunkelberger, number 9 hitter for the Cougars. Executed a sacrifice bunt his first time up to advance Hanna, and that kind of got things moving as Hanna eventually came around to score the Cougars' first run. Pitch at the knees, bottom part of the zone, strike 1. Jones is ahead. No balls, 1 strike on Dunkelberger. Slow pitch, line drive, soft liner right at left fielder. Collins is tagged, but that's deep enough for him to score. Nice play by Cummings to come in and catch the ball in the air, but it was just deep enough for Collins to get the tag and score the Cougars' 4th run. And I think that might chase Jones from the mound as the Coach Scheimer takes a timeout, and he's definitely making a pitching change. Looks like number 3, Chase Henry's going to come in from shortstop to pitch. And the Cougars' top of the lineup will be up Tyler Hahn, after the pitching change. 2 out. There'll be a guy on first. Hannah will still be on first. So Chase Henry will be the new pitcher for Leechburg. It looks like Bertino is going to go from behind the plate. He's caught a couple outs back there. The original catcher, Vigna, was injured, had to exit the game. So Bertino shifted from third to catch, and I'm not sure where he's going to go now. Jones is going to go from the mound over to first base. He's got a first baseman's glove. First baseman Tiriac is putting on the gear. He's going to go behind the plate. And it looks like 19 Bertino, I think, is going to end up going to shortstop. We're playing Little Jackson 5, are you? Huh? All right. Yeah, buddy. Max Provost DJing for us here today. He's on the PA here at the stadium, and he's doing an excellent job. He's got some good walk up songs, and man, his announcing of the names is just spot on, Max, spot on. You're making me look bad, Max. I mean, I'm telling you, I know. Every time I try to make an announcement, you're like on it. You're on it. You're doing a good job. Braden McNally, my main man on the scoreboard and camera. If it wasn't for Braden McNally, I don't think we would have live streamed the game this year. Because Coach O'Shea, you're up here, right? Coach O'Shea and we can mess it up, Braden. I mean, Braden has come to bail out Coach O'Shea and I. I'm telling you, no errors from Braden. Coach O'Shea and I make a mess of the gear and don't know how we push buttons we shouldn't push, and then Braden has to come and bail us out. He cleans. He's the cleanup guy. He's like the cleanup hitter. Good showing so far by the Cougars. 4-4. Bottom 4, 2 out. Tyler Hahn to the plate. Chase Henry just coming in to pitch. Trying to get out of the inning for the Blue Devils. Parker Hanna at first. He goes. Hahn looked like he was squaring around a bunt, which is kind of strange with a 2-out situation, but it was effective. Got the pitcher to throw low, and that bounce in the dirt allowed Hanna to advance to second. Runner in scoring position for Hahn. Ooh, he takes a nice cut on a fastball right down the middle. Fouls it back to the screen, and it's 1-1 on the count. Excuse me. Henry from the stretch. Checks the runner. Delivers. Breaking ball. Ooh, caught the top of the zone. And it's 1-2. Another breaking ball. Inside. Hahn spins out of the way of it. And it's a 2-2 count. 2 out. Bottom of the 4. 4-4 score. Hahn, line drive into center field. Parker Hanna rounds third. Throw from Floyd. And he slides safe into home. And the Cougars take their first lead of the day, 5-4, on an RBI single from Tyler Hahn. Hahn stays hot at the plate. That's the third time he's been on today. He worked the walk in the first inning. Big triple on his last at bat, driving in a run. Now another RBI single. And now Cy Zufall, Cougar pitchers, up the bat 2 out in the inning, and the Cougars have their first lead of the day, 5-4. Hahn stealing. Ball gets past the catcher, and he'll have that stolen base easily. Ball down, 1-0 on the count. Oh, Mr. Clark. So Zufall takes low again. 2-0 on the count. 2-0 on the count. Yep, 2-0 on the count. Fourth inning. Yep, 2-0 on the count, though. There's a strike. Now it's 2-1 on the count. 2-1 on Zufall. Runner in scoring position is Hahn at second base. Another breaking ball. It looked like a strike. I think he did he call that strike? Yeah, he called it a strike. That's the one thing. It's hard to call them strikes when they don't catch the ball, but it did look like a strike. Catcher misplayed it and didn't catch it. That's the hardest part about being an umpire when you're back there and they don't catch the ball and it's right down the middle and you got to call it a strike and everybody's looking at you like, how's that a strike if you didn't catch it? Ooh, nice pitch there. Just below the zone, and Zufall works a count to 3-2. Hahn at third base, 2 out, full count. Cougars three are up 5-4. Make that runner 90 feet away. This is a big run if he can get it, and that's a ball high. Zufall works a walk, and that brings up the guy I like to call Quadzilla, Owen Sinclair. Have you ever seen his quads?
Up next to bat.
Well, you haven't been in a weight room with him like I have. I mean, look at this boy. Look at this boy. That's Quadzilla right there, buddy. Go do a squat session with Owen Sinclair. Your legs will feel like jello in the morning. I've had that experience many times. Many times. So Sinclair, number 3 hitter, third baseman for the Cougars, up to the plate. Runners on the corners for the Cougars. Throw over to first. Zufall is back safely. Dove in head first. Sinclair lined out sharply to the center fielder, Floyd. There's a sharp liner through the 5-6 hole, and that'll bring home another run. Boy, he put a little mustard on that one. He got a nice hit. Sinclair, RBI single. It gives the Cougars a 6-4 lead.
And up next to bat, number 11, fielding Strauss.
Everybody hear that PA announcer? I mean, he's trying to steal my job. Fielding Strauss, number 11, up to bat. Shortstop for the Cougars. Ooh, does strike right at the knees. It's 0-1. Strauss has worked a couple walks today, right? One walk, and then the second time I think he made it out. But first time he was on base, he had a walk. Yeah, second time he struck out. Ball up, 1-1. I don't know how I can remember all this off the top of my head, but I do. It's pretty impressive, isn't it, Braden? Huh? My recall, huh? Huh? Ball up, 2-1 on Strauss. 2-1 on Strauss. Zufall at second. Sinclair at first. Strauss 2-1 in the count. 2 out. There's a pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Looked like he was right on it. Oh, did they have a pinch runner again? Oh, okay. Justin Urban came in. See, that's the thing. Justin Urban's been here for 4 years, and he's done such a fantastic job of body transformation in the weight room that he's lost so much weight that I thought it was Cy Zufall. When have you known him very long? I mean, I know your brother's been here, but you don't know these guys prior to. Justin was like, I'm not trying to be ignorant, but he's nice flare line drive by Strauss, and here comes Urban rounding, and he's going to score the Cougars' 7th run of the inning on a nice opposite field hit from fielding Strauss. And it looks like Sinclair advanced to third, and Henry has struggled since he's got in the game.
And up next to bat, number 6, Brandon
But
Abreu.
getting back to Justin Urban, I bet you he's lost 25 pounds and thinned out. Man, yep, yep. Good job, Justin Urban. And he is my favorite Point Street worker. No more glasses, no, no. And he drives a sweet Jeep. Do you see that white Jeep he has back there? Woohoo! Ooh, another throw over by Henry. Strauss gets back again. First throw over, he wasn't even off the base. I think they're trying to get Strauss leaning the wrong way. Abreu. Did Abreu start this inning? I think he did. I believe he did. Another throw over. Yes, he did. I know he did. 5 runs home for the Cougars in the bottom of the 4th. Guys on the corner. Abreu. There goes Strauss. Abreu swings through it. Fielding gets to second on a straight steal. Or it probably might have been a hit and run. I'm not sure. Guys, they call them ducks on the pond. They're in scoring position. Ducks on the pond. You ever hear that term, Mr. Clark? Oh, man, that's an old times. I've been saying that term since, like, I don't know, 1979 or so. I mean, I'm old. I'm old. So Strauss at second. Sinclair at third. 2-1 on the count to Abreu. Line drive through the 5-6 hole, and they're going to send Strauss. Throw to home, and he's out. Sinclair does score on the RBI single by Abreu to bring home the 8th run of the day for the Cougars. Nice throw by Cummings to cut down the other runner. Strauss at the plate for the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to head to the top of the 5th with the Cougars up 8-4 after a big 6-run inning. And we'll be back right after this short break. Getting ready for the top of the 5th inning here at John D. Andrini Field. For those of you watching on the live stream, that was third baseman Owen Sinclair giving a dance performance to entertain you. Oh, I didn't see it on the camera. Oh, okay. Yeah, you missed it here. If you were here at the stadium, Owen Sinclair was putting on some good dance moves there middle of the inning. And Zufall starts out Jaden Floyd with a strike, swinging strike, fouled back to the screen. Floyd, center fielder for the Blue Devils. Check swing, grounder to the shortstop. Nice throw over to Collins. And they retire Floyd for the first out of the inning. Zufall has definitely settled down after that. He's had a couple rough innings. One was due to errors, and the other one was because of a bunch of walks. But in between that, he's been pretty solid. Hasn't given up a whole lot of hits or loud contact. It's mostly been self-inflicted wounds, giving up the 4 runs that the Cougars have given up. Cummings up to bat, long fly ball to the right fielder, Dunkelberger, but he's camped under it. He was positioned well, made a couple steps to his right, and corralled it for the second out of the inning. 2 quick outs on 3 pitches so far in the inning for Zufall. It's going to bring up Garrett Jones, the original pitcher for the Blue Devils. He went to first base. Yeah. Fly ball down that. He's going to be out of play. Oh, I don't know. They called it. Ooh, they said he caught it for the out. They give the Cougars the out, and that'll be 3 out in the inning. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The Cougars coming back up the bat. That was a quick inning for Zufall. Minimum pitches. What was that? 4-pitch inning? Was that the first pitch of that at bat? 4-pitch inning for Zufall. That's nice. You like that? Save the pitch count. Controversial, a little bit of a controversial call over there. He's real close to the out of play line. The umpire said he caught it and then stepped out of bounds, and Leechburg saying that he was out of bounds. I will save my commentary for a later date. So here we are back at John D. Andrini Field, and the Cougars have made a nice comeback throughout the day and taken 8-4 lead into the bottom of the 5th. Number 8, Wade Collins, first baseman, will be leading off the inning for the Cougars.
Number 8, Wade Collins.
And he'll be followed by Gates and Hanna with Dunkelberger if anybody gets on. Henry still pitching for the Blue Devils. Bunt by Collins, fielded easily by Henry. Fires over to first baseman Jones, and he gets the first out of the inning. That's one out now. And that'll bring up number 3, left fielder Logan Gates.
Up to bat next, number 3, Logan Gates.
This might be a so Zufall got out of the inning with 4 pitches, and Blue Devils have 1 out with 1 pitch. So we've had 4 outs with only 5 pitches. That's pretty good. And that's a ball 1 to Gates to start this at bat. Logan had a nice little. He had an infield hit last time, right? Scored the run. I believe so. Yes. Yes. So 2-0 on Gates. That's a ball. That's a strike right at the top of the knees, and it's 2-1 on the count. Another ball down, and Gates has worked the count to 3-1. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. First inning, the Cougars haven't had the leadoff guy on. And there's a ball high, and Gates works a 1-out walk. And the Cougars are going to have another guy on the bases.
Up to bat next, number 2, Parker Hanna.
Parker Hanna, second baseman for the Cougars, comes up to bat. He's been on base both times so far. He's the one that had the slow chopper for the RBI single last time, infield hit. Check on Gates, dives back, close play at first, but he got back safely. Hanna was hit by a pitch the first time right on that elbow. Looks like he has a little elbow guard on now. He don't want to do that funny bone anymore. Another check on Gates. Another, and he gets back again. So Hanna digs in. Ball inside. Counts 1-0. Hanna doing a good job out of the 8th slot in the order, being on base twice this inning, or this game. Another high chopper to the third baseman, misplayed. Hanna hustling it out. Ooh. Said he beat it out. And he beats it out. Little bobble by the third baseman allows Hanna to be on base for the 3rd time today. And the Cougars have guys on first and second with only 1 out.
Next, number 17,
And
Ben Dunkelberger.
right fielder Ben Dunkelberger will step to the plate. Dunkelberger takes a strike. It's 0-1 on the count. Cougars, 2 guys on, 1 on first. Guy on first is Hanna. Guy on second is Gates. Dunkelberger at the plate. Let's see if Batman can come through. Ball outside, and it's 1-1. Holding the guy on at second. Big hole on the right side for Dunkelberger if he chooses to go that way. Second baseman does get back, and he does. Shoots it back up the middle. And here comes Gates around third. And no throw, and that'll bring home the 9th run of the day for the Cougars. So Dunkelberger, RBI single up the middle. Gives the Cougars a 9-4 lead. Brings up the top of the lineup in Hahn.
Next to bat, number 13,
So Hannah's at second. Dunkelberger at first. Bottom half of the order for the, or bottom third of the order for the Cougars has been producing today. Hahn takes high for ball one. Had a big RBI triple to get the Cougars' first run on the board. Then he had an RBI single last time up. He was on base with a walk the first time he was up. High, long fly. Center fielder Floyd is under it. Hannah tagged, and he's going to get there in time. He's going to get there in time. Nice throw by Floyd to make that a close play at third. Hannah tagging from second on a long fly ball from Hahn.
Number 16.
Dunkelberger being smart baseball, tagged it first and advanced on the throw also. So the throw from Floyd going to third allows the Cougars to get a second guy in runner position or in scoring position. And now Zufall is at the plate with 2 out. Strike to start the at bat right at the knees on the inside corner. Zufall's down 0-1 in the count. Henry working from the stretch. Ball down, and it's 1-1. Parker Hanna standing at third for the Cougars. Ben Dunkelberger at second. Pitch from Henry. That's a strike. It'll be 1-2. Nice little off-speed pitch from Henry. Had Zufall frozen a little bit. Zufall digging in. 1-2 count. Ball down and away. 2-2 on the count. Big at bat here. 5-run lead for the Cougars. 2 ducks in scoring position. Full count on Zufall. Dangerous big quadzilla. Owen Sinclair on deck. Full count to Zufall. Boy, I'd like to see Owen come up with the bases loaded. That would be big time. Or get a single here and get 2 runs in. That'll be just as good. Actually better, probably. And then he swings over the off speed, and Henry's able to work himself out of that. Gets Zufall swinging on an off speed pitch, but not before the Cougars are able to scratch across another run and pad their lead to 9-4 going into the top of the 6th. We'll be back right after this short break. So back here at John D. Andrini Field, going into the top of the sixth, Cougars have scratched across 9 runs in the past 3 times at bat and have taken a 9-4 lead over local 15-minute away Leechburg Blue Devils. Zufall is going to continue throwing. And he starts Logan Tiriak, who actually moved to catcher for the Blue Devils. He takes another ball. It's 2-0. Tiriak's been on base. Got hit by a pitch, kind of right off the hip. Ball high. 3-0 on the count. Tiriak looking to get some runners for the Blue Devils, down 5 runs. They need some runners on base. There's a strike on the inside corner. And Zufall gets into a 3-1 count from the windup. There's another ball, but it's low. Tiriak does work that leadoff walk. And Tiriak's going to go down to first base. But we're going to have a courtesy runner for Tiriak, who is the catcher, and it looks like number 2, Skidacat. That's his name, Skidacat. I don't know. I don't have a first name for him, but last name is Skidacat. Coach Scheimer went over the pronunciations with me before the game. Number 13, Jackson Vargo, up to bat, and he takes ball high. Zufall struggling to find the strike zone here, and looks like Coach Zufall is going to call timeout and go out and have a talk with Cy. Cy's junior year here at Kiski. This is his 3rd year. He's worked extremely hard. Cy's probably grown about 7 or 8 inches in the past 2 years. When he first came to Kiski, he was a scrawny little guy, and now he's worked himself into a pretty nice looking athlete. He works extremely hard in the weight room, extremely hard with everything, really. He's definitely dedicated to his craft. There's the pitch. Ooh. Called it a ball, I believe. I don't think he had a lot of help. I think if that ball was caught, it was a strike, but it's hard to call them when they don't catch them. 2-1 on the, or 2-0 on the count. 2-0 on the count to Vargo. High fly ball. Looks like Abreu's camped under it, and he makes an easy catch, one-handed catch. Let's put 2 hands on the ball. Nice play by Abreu out there. Easy. They call them cans of corn. Can of corn. You ever hear that term, Braden? Can of corn? You know why they call it a can of corn? Because the old shopkeepers, the corn was at the top of the shelf, so when they took it down off of the shelf, and they had to come down off the shelf and they'd catch it like that. So the easy fly balls they call cans of corn. Mrs. Kinderman, I'm teaching you something every day, huh? You love coming to listen to me announce because you always pick up something from me. And it's hard for me to teach anything to anybody. 1-1 on the count. Mr. Cam Scheimer, swings it one up over his head. And it's 1-2 for Cam. Zufall with the delivery. Scheimer swings through it. Looked a little high again, but 2 out now for Zufall. And brings up the top of the lineup, Chase Henry. Henry's been on base twice today. He's got some nice wheels on him. He beat out an infield single, and he was hustling down the line pretty good. He runs pretty good. He's been pitching the past couple innings. Came in for relief for Jones. Runner on first is still Skidacat, who was pinch running for Tiriac. And now Henry takes a ball. It's 2-0. Must I'm, I'm I'm telling you, huh? You say that a couple times real fast, huh? So Henry 2-0 count. And there's a strike right at the letters. 2-1. 2-1 count, 2 out, top of 6. There's the pitch. High. 3-1 now on Henry. This is the top of the lineup for the Blue Devils. We could be getting into some dangerous situations here. Want to get it out here. We don't want to extend this inning. 3-1 count. And Zufall's going to step off. He's going to get the signs again from his catcher, Hahn. They've both been here together for 3 years. And there goes Get a Cat on the and he slides under the tag, and it was ball 4 anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. It's not a stolen base because of the ball 4. He got that base automatically. Looks like number 16 is going to come to bat. Number 16, I don't have, let's see. Whitlinger. So Whitlinger is now going to bat for Senja, Senjin, who came in to replace Vigna after Vigna was injured sliding into home plate. So Whitlinger is ahead in the count 1-0. 2 guys on. Ooh, way high. Over the catcher's head, back to the backstop, and that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position for the Blue Devils. And Whitlinger is up in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. See if Zufall can get out of this. And he pumps in a strike and makes it 2-1. Nice smooth delivery right there from Zufall. Skidacat at third. Henry at second. Whitlinger at the plate. Another strike, and it evens the count at 2s. 2 out, 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 out. 9-4 Cougars in the top of the 6th. Zufall with the delivery. Swings right through it. And Zufall does get out of the inning with a strikeout of Whitlinger. And now it's 9-4 heading to the bottom of the 6th. Cougars looking solid after the first couple innings. First inning, they had 3 errors and gave up 2 unearned runs. The third inning, they had 4 walks and a bunch of passed balls that gave up 2 unearned runs. So really, the Blue Devils have 4 runs and they're all unearned. And the Cougars, other than that, Zufall has pitched a pretty good game. He's worked himself out of a couple jams and looked really good. So due up in the bottom of the 6th for the Cougars will be Sinclair, Strauss, and Abreu, with Collins up if any of those guys get on. We'll be back right after a short break. Here we are back at John D. Andrini Field, getting set for the bottom of the 6th inning. Cougars up 9-4.
Up next to bat, number 9, Owen St. Clair.
And there's our PA guy, Max Provost. I mean, you are good at that, Max. I'm telling you. You are my guy. For the next 4 years, you are my guy. Unless you get out there on the field, you are my guy. I'm telling you. I like it. Owen St. Clair up to bat. Takes ball 1. Boy, I tell you, if he turns on one, he got some power to him. Owen St. Clair is a powerful, powerful boy. I know that for facts. He has worked out with me a lot of times. He is very he he did not wrestle. No. No. But he was a fantastic football player. He played defensive end and offensive guard. 2-0 count for St. Clair. There's a shot up the middle, and it's going to get through for another base hit. St. Clair. Yes, he is. St. Clair with another hit. That's his second of the day. He brought in a run on his last
And
hit.
up to bat next, number 11,
He did have also had a
Strauss.
nice hard line drive into the left center gap that Floyd ran down. Check on Sinclair at first. He scampers back. No slide needed. Gets back to the bag pretty easily. Fielding Strauss, shortstop for the Cougars, is up. He had an RBI single last time with a line drive to right field. He's been hit by a pitch also, or it might have walked, one of the two. I think he might have been walked his first time up. So there, Kiski, yeah, Bo Jackson had them big quads too. You see, that's good. Yeah, that's a good reference, Mr. Clark. I'm telling you. Oh, and Sinclair steals second. Strauss takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-1. Another duck on the pond out there. Another duck on the pond. Is that Kieran sitting up there in the bleachers, or is that Ezra? Is that Kieran? It's hard to miss Kieran. Like Kieran sticks out. You know what I mean? He's like a sore thumb. He just sticks out. 1-2 now on Strauss. Cheo's up there too. Strauss fouls one back up over the screen, and it's now 1-2. It actually stays 1-2. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us out there in live stream land. We really appreciate you listening in on us, watching the game. Ooh, nice take by Strauss. Yeah, I would love it when the grandmas are listening. Love it when the grandmas are listening. Grandma's rule the world. We have discussed that before in our previous broadcasts. Grandma's rule the world. Strauss swings over top of a breaking ball. That'll be the first out of the inning. Nice pitch there by Henry.
Next up to bat, number 6, Brandon Abreu.
Abreu steps up to the plate. Ground ball to the shortstop, and they're going to try to get the lead runner. Sinclair, he was kind of in no man's land. Not much he could have did with that. Oh, they got him. They got him out. And there, ball's thrown into right field. And it's way into right field. Abreu's going to come around, and he's going to score on the error. So a ground ball to the shortstop. Sinclair kind of got caught up in a pickle, which allowed Abreu to start getting to second. They get Sinclair out in the pickle, throw to second, and it's overthrown into right field, allowing Abreu to come the whole way around. We call that a Little League home run. We call that a Little League home run. You know, never made it out of the infield, and you got the whole way around. Scored a run. Gives the Cougars a 10-4 lead. Wade Collins takes one up and tight. It's 1-0 on the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Cougars up 6, 10-4. There's a nice breaking ball by Henry. Collins takes it for a strike. It's 1-1. Those are the only kind of home runs I ever hit, Mr. Clark. Little leaguers. Fouled back by Collins, and it's now 1-2. Collins steps to the front of the box, way up to the front of the box. Hits a slow ground ball, and the third baseman can't handle it. And it's going to let Collins get to first base. So Tiriac actually
Next to bat, number 3,
is now at third base. Logan Gates up to bat. He's been on a couple times today. He's got his uniform all dirty. You know, he had to be on the bases because he's an outfielder, so there wouldn't be dirt on his uniform if he wasn't on base. It'd be grass stains. Collins gets a steal. Close play at second. Looked like the ball was there, but when the tag was tried to apply the tag, ball came loose and went into center field. So Collins gets the stolen base, gives another runner in scoring position for the Cougars. Let's see if Gates can bring him around. Henry from the stretch. There's the pitch. Strike. Nice pitch by Henry. And it's now 0-2. Now 0-2 on Gates. Lunges for one, and that's a foul ball. And Jones was not able to corral it in and out of his glove. And Gates is going to get another chance. Got to make him pay for that. Take advantage of that mistake. So Jones ran pretty good way for it. Was there, just couldn't corral it. Collins still at second base. Gets a lead. Bertino holding him on. And there he goes. He steals that base easily. Big steal of third by Collins. They kind of lost track of him out there. And he stole that base easily. He stole that one easier than he stole second, which should not happen, especially with a lefty up. He had a clear throw to third. Caught him sleeping. Wade Collins. Good heads-up play by Collins. So Logan Gates with a runner 90 feet away. 1-2 count. Puts the ball in play. High chopper. Second baseman Vargo is there, and he flips it over to Jones for the third out, and that'll get the Blue Devils out of the inning. And they're going to come up in the top of the 7th, trailing by 6, with the Cougars leading 10-4. And we'll be back right after this short break. So here we are in John D. Andrini Field. Cougars, top of the 7th, last inning here. Cougars are up 6 over the Leechburg Blue Devils. Cy Zufall throws 6 strong innings for the Cougars. Gave up 4 unearned, 2 in the first on 3 errors by the Cougars, and then 2 in the third with 4 walks and a bunch of pass balls and wild pitches. Other than that, he didn't give up many hits or no earned runs. And the Cougars are going to take a 6-run lead into the last inning. You know what they say, Max? The last 3 outs are always the hardest ones to get. That's why not everybody can be a closer. Not everybody can be a closer. That's high pressure situation. And it looks like they're going to turn to Fielding Strauss. Fielding, this is his second year here. Fielding's a sophomore. So Fielding's a local guy too. Where's he from? Greensburg or something. So Tyler Hahn, he's from down that way too, right? Greensburg, Latrobe, somewhere in there. Tyler Hahn, I used to work with his aunt. His one aunt worked. Yeah, I used to work with his aunt. Ooh, looked like a nice pitch, but must have been a little too inside. And Mason Bertino, leading off for the Blue Devils, takes ball, and now second pitch is low, and it's now 2-0. High fly ball into that right center field gap, and they're going to be running. Urban gets it. He fires it in. They got him. Fires it to third. No, he's safe. Bertino legs it out. His Bertino goes to right field for the second time today. He gets a clean triple that time. So Justin Urban in the game out in right field for Dunkelberger. Looks like Dunkelberger's down there in the bullpen warming up just in case. Foul tip by Floyd, center fielder of the Blue Devils. Looked like he was a little out in front and hit the end of the bat there off the end. Strauss working ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Another high fly ball. Looks like Abreu's camped right under it. Bertino's going to tag. That's an easy score. And that plates the 5th run of the day for the Blue Devils. Cougars will gladly trade that run for that out. Because now there's 1 out, top of the 7th. So you got 2 more to go, nobody on base. And that's going to bring up left fielder Jake Cummings. Jake had a nice play in the field earlier in the game, cut down a runner at the plate with a nice throw. He's had a couple hits on the day. He's went back up the middle a couple times. He has those loose pants. Most of the guys wear tight pants. There's another one up the middle, but it's right at Abreu. His line drive right at you is the hardest one to judge. He came in, and he needed to go back. And it looks like Cummings is going to go in with a stand-up triple after he had Abreu fooled a little bit. That is the hardest ball to play, the one that's right at you, especially as a center fielder. It looked like it was going to die, and it didn't. It kept carrying. And Cummings is in with a stand-up triple. And the Blue Devils have a little rally going. 1 out here in the top of the 7th, down 5. Jones up to bat. Jones was the starting pitcher for the Blue Devils. He's been playing first base since he's left the mound. Takes strike 1. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1-1. Collins gets set. Strauss from the wind or from the stretch. There's a just foul. Nice line drive. Was over past the first baseman, but just landed foul. It's going to be a strike for the pitcher, and it brings the count to 1-2. Cummings still at third base. 1-2 on the count, one out. 10-5 Cougars, seventh inning. Jones is the batter for the Blue Devils. Breaking ball high, and now it's 2-2. That was a ball, yes. 2-2. Strauss from the stretch with the delivery. Ground ball. Zufall, nice pick. Nice job by Collins to get back to the bag. Nice stretch by Collins. He came off the bag and then he got his foot back on. Leechburg fans are not liking that call, Mr. Clark. But the run did come home, and it cuts the lead to 10-6. Nobody on base. Logan Tiriak up for the Blue Devils. He's been on base a couple times, worked some walks and a hit by pitch. Swings through the first pitch, and it's strike one. 0-1 on the count. 2 outs for the Cougars. Strike on the off-speed pitch. Yes. 0-2. 2 out, top of the seventh. 10-6 Cougars. This will be a big win for the Cougars. Be the first win of the year, right? Ball in the dirt. He thought about it for a second, but he held up easily. He didn't even check his swing. Now Strauss from the windup on a 1-2 pitch with 2 outs here in the top of the seventh inning. Ball in the dirt, and that'll even it up at 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Cougars holding on to a 4-run lead, 10-6, top of the seventh inning. There's the pitch, up high. Brings the count full. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Strauss working from the windup. And that ball's down. Tiriak on base again. That's got to be at least the third time on base. Jackson Vargo, second baseman for the Blue Devils, now at the plate. And Tiriak's got a big lead, not being held. He's not even close to being the tying run, so there's no sense of holding him on. Why would you hold him on? Don't hold him on. He means nothing. Questionable strategy here by the Cougars. High fly ball. Looks like Gates is going to get there, and he can't get there. It drops. And Vargo gets to second on a misplayed double. Chiriak gets around to third base. Now Blue Devils have guys at second and third with 2 outs. And Scheimer, the DH, up to bat. Strike one. Scheimer has had a rough day at the plate today. Couple strikeouts. 0-1 on the count. High fly ball. It's going to work itself out of play on the third base line. And now it's 0-2. Blue Devils trying to make up a rally here. Started the inning down 6. They got 2 in so far, 2 in scoring position, 2 outs with 2 strikes on Scheimer. Does a nice job of getting a piece of it to stay alive, and it's still 0-2. Scheimer's young. He's a freshman. And there's a throw by Strauss, and they got him right at the top of the zone. And that's strike 3. Can't go down looking. Can't go down looking. But that's the game, and the Cougars with their first win of the year, 10-6 over the Leechburg Blue Devils. Nice game by Cy Zufall on the mound. Bats were, once after the first couple innings, the bats got alive, and multiple. Tyler Hahn with a big day at the plate, triple, couple RBI. Owen Sinclair with 2 hit. Wade Collins with a couple times on base. Bottom of the order. Parker Hanna was on base 3 times. But that's the end of the game. Cougars 10-6 over Leechburg. Thank you everybody for joining us today. And we will see you next time on Cougar Game Day. Have a nice night.